Welcome to The Inner Strategy, the Stoic blueprint behind bold leadership. I'm Scott Smith, and this is my short-form podcast where every day we tap into timeless truths and modern clarity to help you lead better, grow your business smarter, and ground yourself in wisdom and the recognition that strategy starts within, so you can lead with stillness and strength in our chaotic world. You've heard the phrase, comparison is the thief of joy. Do you really know what that means? What that's referring to is when you look at what you have and you compare it to what somebody else has. You may be very happy where you're at, but when you look at somebody else having more and they've got more than you, then you feel like you're lacking something. Now, that can be very motivational, but more often than not, it's counterproductive. It doesn't help you. Do not waste what remains of your life in speculating about your neighbors. This is another quote derived from Marcus Aurelius. Comparison is a thief that sometimes feels dressed as curiosity. Marcus wasn't warning us against community. He wasn't warning us against our neighbors. He was warning us against obsession. See, focus dies the moment you start living through someone else's metrics. I want you to think about that for a second. When you start living through someone else's metrics and judging yourself by their accomplishment, how they look on Instagram, how they seem to show up out there in every aspect of anything. And I know that you know people like this, that every time they show up, maybe it's at church, maybe it's at work, maybe it's, anywhere you see them in public, they look perfect, right? They seem all put together. Well, the reality is, not only are they not perfect, but they're probably struggling with things that you aren't even aware because they never let it out. They never show the world the truth. So part of your challenge is to recognize the truth, but not about your neighbors. Recognize the truth about yourself. You don't need anyone's applause, anyone else's timeline, or their pace. You have to have your own clarity. When your attention returns to what's yours to control and you start to control what you can control for you, your goals, your focus, not theirs, envy is going to evaporate and peace is going to return to your life. So when you catch yourself comparing today, pay attention to it. You're a person and you probably will. When that happens, stop. Refocus that energy into your own craft, into your own work, your own mission, because your mission is different than theirs. You're trying to live a higher standard for you, for your children, for your team, for your coworkers, for your spouse, and for yourself, for you. You're trying to live that higher standard. And as you lead, as you seek to lead with all of those other people I just mentioned, as you seek to lead, you will lead them by example because they will see that you are not about comparing yourself or them to anybody else. I want you to think about this from the concept of a team for a moment. I once sat in a meeting where we graded people according to their work, right? And we had A players, we had role players, and then we had seat fillers. Think about that for a second. A players, role players, and seat fillers. Who are seat fillers? Are they important to your team? Yes. Could they step up and do more? Absolutely. Should they? Yes. And it's your job as a leader to help them to figure out how to do that. This is going to be counter to other things that you hear in management theory today. Those key performance indicators that are supposed to tell you how everybody's doing, they will. They'll tell you what the performance is based on numbers, but it doesn't tell you what you're getting from that person based on their capacity. So if you're only focused on the numbers, I get it. But if you're focused on the people, focus on the people. And yes, you can apply the KPIs to them and you can use them to develop and to grow. And you should do that because that's going to help them. You don't need a team where everybody is the same. You need a team that shows up with their particular sets of strengths. You need people that are committed to giving their best. And that is what you can ask of them. Set your metrics for you. Create your own clarity. Know what you're trying to accomplish and stop worrying about everybody else. Focus on you. You are your own competition. And to go back to a Nike poster that we used to have on our wall years ago, there is no finish line. So don't lose your focus. Remember, comparison is a prison. When you compare, pay attention to it, and then refocus that energy into you, your craft, your work, your mission. Stop wasting your time. Comparison is a thief. Let's go. Thanks for spending a few quiet moments with me today. If the inner strategy helps you lead with more presence, power, and purpose, take a moment to share it with someone who needs it. Remember, your legacy is built in moments of stillness, and your strength is found within. Until next time, lead boldly, live wisely.